What's up, and welcome back to another episode of the Account for Your Life podcast. Jay Moore, the Healthy Accountant, helping you to account for your life. And it's been a while. It's been a while since I've been on here. I don't think I've done a podcast since the end of January, and it's now March the 5th. I think timing is everything. I think, you go through a season in your life where you have to really, really think about what you're really doing and where you're going. And so today we're going to look at reality. We're going to talk about the hard truth, the cold hard truth about reality and what you can expect in this life. We're also going to talk about, some of the things that we try and avoid that literally is hurting us. It's keeping us from our destinies. It's keeping us from our purposes. And then we're going to end with really looking at the path forward after you've been knocked down, after you've been sucker punched, after you've really, you've been hit so hard you don't even know that it's possible to move on. And today we're just going to tackle those things because I've got a story to tell. And maybe you care, maybe you don't. Here's what I know. Everybody's going to have the same story at some point. So today, just listen in and let's get together on what reality really looks like. Now, before we even do that, what I want to do is share with you why this is so important. So listen to this quick message.
Life is precious, and we all have the opportunity of living it to the fullest. Unfortunately, so few of us know how to manage it all. How do we account for our opportunities? How do we account for our time? How do we account for our relationships, health, spirituality, homes, finances, influence, and careers? How do we account for the one life we have to live? I am so glad you asked. In this program, you will find answers to all of these questions and more. Welcome to the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore.
All right. So last year, a few things, or you know what? It was the end of 2023. I'll go all the way back. This was the reality. End of 2023. It was December of 2023. I got a call from my mom. My mom says, "Hey, I've got to put your dad in rehab. I got to send your dad to the hospital so he can get into rehab." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Now dad had been going down, meaning dad's mobility had been really just getting worse and worse and worse. And so she needed just some help. Now, here's what was interesting about this reality is I didn't really know what was going on with my mom. My mom didn't share it. And so at the end of the day, if you've ever been a caregiver, a lot of times they say caregivers don't actually take care of themselves. And so she kind of like fell into that bucket. Now we'll get to her in a second. So dad's going down. This is reality. Dad's going down. There's myself, there's my older brother Reggie, and then there's Joseph. Now here's the thing. We just feel like, oh, life is going to be okay. You're not really thinking that anything bad is going to happen. And then when I fast forward you 1 year later, exactly 1 year later, on December 1st, 2024, the same thing happened. The same thing happened. And from December 1st to February 6th, that was it. My dad passes. Now, I could give you a whole story, but we're not going to get into all the details. I just want to let you know that reality showed up just a year before with a warning. See, a lot of times we get a warning about life and what's to come. Imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions, is what I believe. Who said that? Albert Einstein. So I wasn't imagining it, but I could kind of vaguely see it. Sometimes you can vaguely see what's happening, and a lot of times we just avoid it. I'm not gonna do it. I just kind of let life go the way that the way that life is going to go. So December 1st, 2023, dad goes in rehab, hospital, all kind of stuff. Never gets better, goes back, and well, he comes out, but he really didn't get better. Comes out, goes back in December 1st of 2024, and then by February 6th, he passes away. Why did he pass away, Jay? Well, a number of things. See, here's the thing. My dad was good at some things. Here's what he was good at. He was good at living life to the fullest. And here's what living life to the fullest for him meant. Sharing the good news, helping people out, making sure people were comfortable with the things that they needed. Like he was in the business of death. My dad was in the business of death. And here's the thing, he helped people at their worst times. And he did that well. He helped thousands of people. They're I've gotten so many stories about how he helped them. Here's the thing. When did I get knocked down? Now, here's it. Now, I got knocked down. I got knocked down in September of 2024. Now, here's the thing. September 1st of 2024, me and my brother Reggie were on the phone. I'm giving you this story because, guys, we have to understand reality, and reality always gives you a warning. There's always a warning. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes the warning is fast. Sometimes it's really fast. And sometimes you get a little bit of time. So September 1st, me and my brother Reggie on the phone was like, man, we just found out something's going on with mom. And we just says, man, we can't afford for mom to go down because we know dad is already kind of and literally within minutes of the conversation, mom's rushed to the hospital. I'm just giving you some quick backstory on, how my parents kind of left this earth. And so here's the thing. September 1st, mom passes away February 26th of 2025. See, the reality was this. At the end of the day, guys, we're all going to die. We just don't know how. We just don't know when. And we're usually so afraid to face reality. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of the story at this moment, only because those details don't really matter. See, because what are you going to do? What am I going to do when you get sucker punched? We got punched. And December something is when it was like all coming to a head. Both parents in rehab, whatever you want to call it, nursing homes, really. Both in nursing homes. We're back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh my goodness, well, what are you going to do? The nursing homes are terrible. If you ever had a parent in a nursing home, just let you know it's not going to be that great. It's not going to be a great experience for them. And they weren't having a great experience. And I was like, man, we got to get them home, but how could we do that? Here's the reality. If you don't plan your money right, if you don't plan with the right things in place, it's going to be hard. No one planned for this. No one planned for it. We did not plan. We did not plan for anyone to get elevated services in the medical field. When you need elevated services, you need your real money. It's not going to come through the regular system. The regular system is just basically going to take what they can get from you. They're going to give you the bare minimum, and that's going to be it because you don't have enough money to pay for health at this point. So the reality set in that, oh my goodness, no one planned. Mom didn't plan, dad didn't plan, sons didn't plan. Well, how could the son plan? Well, here's how the son's going to plan. Well, we need to plan to have more than enough. See, a lot of times, guys, the reality about life is that we don't plan to have more than enough. We plan to have just enough. Look, and we're sitting around here, we got to do a GoFundMe just so that we can bury my parents. I'm going to tell you, I didn't want to be on the other side of a GoFundMe. Be honest. I didn't want to do that. Now, we probably wouldn't have done it if someone didn't offer to do it. If Pastor Graham didn't offer to do it for us, we probably wouldn't have done it. We still asked for help. But you said, well, don't send flowers. Just send whatever. But you would pay for flowers in the form of cash. We don't want to do that either, but we had to. Why? Because we didn't plan. I'll be honest. I'm being dead honest today. Because the reality is, if you don't plan for it, you won't have it. We didn't plan for it. We didn't plan to take care of a parent or two. We didn't plan to have more than enough. And so I'm looking around and I'm seeing people complaining, oh, you don't have a job and they're laying me off and there's this problem with the government. The problem that I'm seeing personally is that no one wants to take responsibility for their own life. No one wants to take responsibility for their own life. This is the reality. See, because when life comes, it's going to knock you out. It's going to knock you out. You're going to lose the job. You're going to lose the contract. You're going to lose a family member. You're going to lose something dear to you, and it's going to feel like you just got sucker punched, and we're all going to look for somebody to blame. We're all going to want to blame somebody for my problem. My problem is, man, if I don't have any money, I got to blame the government. Oh, if I lose my job, then I got to blame the company. Man, if I'm not able to get good care, I got to blame the system. To be honest, reality says It was your responsibility from the beginning. So, look, I'm just being honest here. I'm being honest because, man, most of us are not planning for what's to come. Come on, be honest. Look, my parents from the old school, nothing been planned for anything. Nothing, zero, no plan. But I got to give them credit. I do have to give my parents credit because look, I'm going to tell you what they did. I'm going to tell you what they did well. My parents, these people, they had they had more faith than I do. Than I do. More faith. They lived with it. When I say they lived with it, they did their work. Now, it's ironic that my parents was in two of the best businesses, health and death. Mom is a nurse, health. Dad is a death consultant. So they get you on the front end and on the back end. But here's the thing about that. And this is what everybody has to take into consideration today, whatever your occupation is. Look at what you really should know about it. If you're in a field, say you're in the field of, business, then you're probably going to need to really know how to grow a business. If you're in the field of accounting or taxes like me, you probably need to know money. If you're in the field of finance, you need to know money. If you're in the field of health, you need to know really true health. If you just so happen to be in debt, then you got to know death and you got to plan for all the stuff that they don't teach you this stuff, but you can learn this stuff. See, the reality is, when I look at my parents' life, I see a picture, I see a plan they didn't know that they were creating or that was created through them. The plan is that God says, well, this is what's going to happen to them, but that's okay. But it's not going to happen to the ones after. So I get to look at their life. I get to see the good. Oh, they lived with faith, but their health was messed up. They didn't plan for their health. Oh, as much as my mom was a health person, I found out she was on more medications at the end. Even before she got sick, she was already on a bunch of meds, blood pressure, diabetes medicine. I thought that was just my dad. And they both was on the medicine. I'm like, what? I'm like, Mom, I didn't realize you was basically battling all the stuff that I thought that you beat. She wasn't honest. So we got to get honest here. See, reality says get honest with where you are. Man, I'm telling you, let me get honest. Let me get honest. Even with my health. I said, man, I got to get better in my health. Now I'm okay. Still there's a ways to go. See, I gotta focus on this health, right? So that when I do die, it won't because I didn't do something. It's inevitable, I will die. Then there's, well, how do I live life today? This level, reality just basically showed me, man, you weren't ready, bro. All you need is one more punch. If I can get you one more time, see, God is so good. God is so good that He will not allow you to get hit too many times. You get hit, but He won't let you get hit too many times. You get hit so that you can get a chance, get your opportunity to get up. And so this is me, my brothers, and anybody else who kind of gets to hear the stories coming out now that we've lived through this. What do we do now? Wow, where did my parents do good? Man, faith. So that means I need to up. I need to go higher. Do you know God has already granted that to us? He granted that to us. I wrote a book about it. And here's the thing. Faith is the thing that you've been born with. Everybody was born with level faith. How do I know? What do you expect to happen in your life comes up and shows up manifested in your life, what you expect. The moment you say you're going to do something, you're on the clock. And a lot of times we say we're going to do something, then we don't do it. And what happens is because we don't do it, then all of a sudden you don't have any confidence which means that, you know what, since I didn't do it the last time, I'm probably not going to do it this time. So I might as well stay overweight. I might as well stay broke. I might as well not fix my relationships. I might as well not go into business. I might as well not go for what I really want. And one of the things that I told my partner just 2 days ago, I said, you know, no, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, I said, you know what? The time has come when you don't actually have to settle. You don't have to settle. I don't have to settle for what life is going to give me. I can choose what life is going to give me. So as reality is set in, it's our choice. We get a choice, guys. What choice will you make today, right? You get knocked down. You just lose a parent. You just lose a spouse. You lose a child. You lose a friend. You lose somebody. You get knocked down. You lose a job. You lose something dear to your heart. What do you do? This is where expectation comes in, called faith. Expectation says, wow, where can I go now? What can I do because of this and in spite of this? In spite of the death of both of my parents within 20 days of each other, in spite of the death, we will create a huge ministry. When I say ministry, it's really a business. See, ministry is a business. It's a government term. So it's not religious. It's not something ran by some doctrine. A ministry is a business. So we'll create a ministry, a business on behalf of what these Moors did. And what they did well was they lived well. They lived with love. They lived with faith. And so I expect that their name will live on forever. They're great, they're great, they're great, and they're great. All the greats will remember Willie and Nellie Moore. They will remember them. See, here's the thing. Reality says that when something bad happens, how can I use that as an opportunity? How can I take that and use it now so that I can enrich other people's life? Enriching other people's life, not my own. See, we get it twisted. Don't leave yet. We get it twisted. And here's the thing we get twisted. Have you heard of this resource called money? Anybody heard of that? Just let me know in the chat. Have you heard of money? What is money? What is that really? Because this is what it all boils down to. Everything boils down to the money. If you look at every decision you have to make today, I can guarantee you money's at the root. I'm telling you, money's at the root. Oh, you woke up. What do I have to do? I got to go to work. Money. Oh, I got to go out and go to this place, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I need gas money. Oh, today I got to eat. Ooh, I'm going to need some money. Oh my goodness. The government, this money. It's all about money. Everything's money. Oh, we're going to boycott money. Oh, now, so if money is at the root of everything, it's also it's biblical too. It's at the root of all evil, but let's not focus on that. Let's focus on and get honest about the fact that money is at the root of everything. At the end of the day, what money can do is what money can do. And money can solve money problems. And most people's initial problems are money problems. So the reality is this, right? Now it's time. That's right, Reg. See my bro? Now it's time. Because at the end of the day, if once you solve the money problem, then you can go and solve the other problems. Look, this is all in your Bible. Listen, if Yeshua the Christ did not solve money and real problems, there would not have been any kind of movement coming out of that. Nothing. He solved a money problem. What did he do? Hey, if you just put your net on the other side, you'll go ahead and get some money. They put the net on the other side, and what did they get? They got so much money, they did not actually have to do any more work. So that's the first thing. He solved health problems. Hey, oh, it looks like you're sick. You're no longer sick. See, at the end of the day, we have to look at everything we do and realize that once we can get to the root of it and solve it, then we can get to the rest of it. So when we look at the models you've been fed, and I've been fed, I was fed a religion. I love the fact that I was fed a religion because I know so many people. It's a built-in community. Good friend Andre Campbell said, man, it's a start. But it's missing something. It's a start, but it's missing something. Gives a really good foundation. What's missing? Real problem solving. Real problem solving. So reality knocks you down. What problem do I need to solve? In this case, both parents. Now, here's the thing. I can't bring them back. But what was the problem that we wound up having? A money problem. Be honest. It's got to be honest, man. We had a money problem. We got to fix this. Oh my goodness. We got to fix that. So, when someone dies, it costs more money to basically bury somebody than it is to bring them in. I think, I don't know, maybe more, because obviously babies cost a lot. But it costs a lot to go out. So the reality was simple. Wow, I lived 53 years. I don't know how many years you lived, but I lived 53 years. And the one thing that should be solved that wasn't solved is money. So this is what I'm going to leave you, because everybody thinks this themselves. Solving a money problem, solving it for good, does not come in the way that you've been taught how to solve that problem. People are just up in arms that they're losing jobs. Well, that was never going to help you to solve it. It's a start. Jobs are a start. They don't actually solve the real problems. Here's what solves it, and I'm going to let you go. Proverbs 19:21 says this: many are the plans in a man's heart, but it's the purposes of God that prevail. So what did I say? You can make plans, but it's not until you really get to the purpose of your life, the purpose that you've been put here for. It's not until you get there that you really get to solve the real problems. So I'm going to leave this with you today. Discover the reason, the purpose. And here's the thing. This is not some super deep situation on how you do this. It's not deep. What do I already have? If you can write down what you already possess, I guarantee you find your purpose right there. I found mine. Find yours. And here's the thing, you won't have to find it. It's right there. You're holding it in your hand right now. So reality knocks you down. Ask this question: what is the purpose? And then how can I use this purpose to further enrich the lives of others? So guys, that's what happens when reality knocks you down. It's discovering purpose and then enriching the lives of others. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for more ways that will help many people enrich their lives in their own purposes through what we do in the coming years, in the coming months. God bless you guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Jay Moore, the Healthy Account for Your Life. God bless. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.